Hi everybody, this is SAAD. I thought that I was done posting clips for today, having posted one earlier this afternoon, but as you well know, the tsunami of lunacy never subsides, and so I'm compelled to come back and speak to all you lovely folks. As you know, I have often satirized the collective Munchausen associated with all sorts of realities, but most noticeably these days related to Trump. I've even started a series from under my desk where, if you remember, when he was inaugurated, I went into hiding under my desk because the inauguration death squads were coming to get us. Then when Brett Kavanaugh was appointed to the Supreme Court, I continued to hide under the desk. And then when recently I had a guest on my show, Professor Rachel Fulton Brown, who, for having dared to say that white men are responsible for many wonderful values that we see today in the West and rights, she was chastised as being, a Nazi because, bruh, white supremacy. So, of course, some people think, oh, come on, you're just engaging in satirical hyperbole when you refer to all the lunacy that people spew regarding being afraid of Trump. And of course, if anything, I'm greatly understating the mass hysteria. Because as we know, when Trump was going to be inaugurated, he was going to outlaw sex, he was going to engage in cannibalistic eating of your children. It wasn't clear whether you'd anymore have access to food. There was going to be a nuclear holocaust. He was going to start world wars everywhere. He was even looking for extraterrestrial intelligence so that he could recklessly engage in wars intergalactically. And many of these serious concerns have been levied by good friends of mine, colleagues, public intellectuals of great renown. But apparently, it shows that people of all types and of all educational levels and of all intellectual acuity could be parasitized by ostrich parasitic syndrome. Today, I wanted to share with you, two manifestations of the non-biased media. Because, bruh, it's not true that the media is biased. Well, anyone who tells you that is either astonishingly blind or diabolically duplicitous, because nothing could be clearer than how biased the media is. And I say this both about Fox. I mean, Fox is all about how great Trump is and certainly pro-Republican. And of course, all of the mainstream media is desperately anti-Trump, desperately pro-Clinton and the rest of the Democrats' machine. And anyone who says otherwise, should be just laughed off from public discourse. So today I want to read for you two very measured and very nuanced examples. Well, one is something that I'm going to read, the other one I'm going to describe. This is from Adam Davidson. I had no idea who this person was until his Twitter, lunacy came on my feed. So, dear media, here is the clear truth. Donald Trump is explicitly seeking to turn America into a white ethno-state. He is following an openly racist plan crafted by open racists. If you report the story any other way, you are not reporting the facts or being objective. There's only one way. That's the only truth. It's the revealed truth. Anyone who disagrees is either immoral, is either a white nationalist, is either non-objective, is either a liar, is either unethical. But he's open for dialogue, but just agree with him, because otherwise you're immoral and you're a liar. And then we have the brilliant Julia Ioffe. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce her name. She appeared, I think it was yesterday, on CNN, where she said, I'm not engaging in hyperbole. This is not satire. This is literal, where she said that Donald Trump has radicalized more people than, you ready? You're sitting down? Donald Trump, the US president, has radicalized more people than ISIS. And then, of course, she received blowback, so then she issued one of the BS typical apologies. And then she argued to ride on the wave of the Pittsburgh attack. She said, well, I misspoke. Maybe I was too emotional because, what happened in Pittsburgh, because, she's Jewish. Well, I'm Jewish, and I can promise you that my personal history with anti-Semitism and Jew hatred is profoundly more problematic than anything she would have experienced. And yet I didn't lose my capacity to think and to reason and to be fair in light of what happened in Pittsburgh. If anything, it has caused me to come back to you with renewed vigor at staying true to the truth, at being committed to reason and to logic and to science and to evidence-based thinking, and to not succumbing to hysteria and hyperbole and stupidity and collective Munchausen. Imagine when you have a person on CNN who can get up and, until she faces great blowback and which forces her to walk back her statements, says with complete and full confidence that Donald Trump has radicalized more people than ISIS. But what media bias? Only Nazi bigots would think that CNN is not biased. Cheers, everybody.